Well, he's been heavily linked to Celtic, but Kyogo finally comes up with the goods in the FA Cup. Welcome back to another episode of Where Blues Walk. Jason and Paul are back with us to run the rule over the last 3 weeks that we've been taking our break on Where Blues Walk. Happy New Year to you. I know it's the 10th of January is recording this, but hope you had a good, decent break. Jason, Paul, well rested? Yeah, ready to crack on and talk through the remainder of this season for Blues?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, lots to get through. Let's start with the FA Cup then, shall we? Quick chat about that then. I mean, Cambridge give it a good go, Jason. But where are we standing on Kyogo now for us, please?
I mean, it was a very much needed goal, wasn't it? He took it quite well, to be fair. It's just hopefully he can kick on from there and score a few. I'm not expecting to score tons of goals, but if he can chip in with a few, I'll be happy enough.
I'm not sure we're going to make every Blues fans happy at all, are we? This was from Andy. He got man of the match yesterday. Andy then said it should have been the coach driver. Paul, should we cut our losses and send him back up north?
He's been brought in to score goals, and he hasn't done it. But if you watch, these goals created all on his own yesterday. By what he does on the pitch, he causes the defences such trouble with his closing down and his pressing, and I just think that you've spent the money on him. No, you're not going to make that money back. You might as well keep him to the end of the season and then look at it from there. Is the way I look at it. Is he brings more than just goals sometimes, and although he is what he was brought in for, he offers a little bit more. A little bit different to the other strikers that we've got.
The results over Christmas, let's then jump into those. I mean, first of all, FA Cup, Jason, are you happy to progress, or is it one of those things you're just really not that bothered about?
I think any competition, if you're not happy to progress, then why are you supporting a football club? Yeah, I want to see us go as far as we can. No. I can't imagine Coventry fans, for example, are going to be too happy about it. Even if you're first in the league, like, I don't want to see more football club lose games of football. So yeah, happy to progress.
Okay.
I do think it depends on what you're doing in the league. If we were pushing for the promotion and top of the league, I wouldn't mind going out early in the cup so they'd save your players.
I wouldn't shed any tears over it if say we were top of the league, but it just goes back to what I just said. I don't want to see us lose games of football. So if we win and we go through, then I'm more than happy with that.
Like if we got a big boy in the next round and went out, I ain't going, oh no, we're at the FA Cup.
Yeah. Who do you want in the next round? Do you fancy Villa, or you want to avoid them at all costs?
If we get Villa at home, yeah, but I don't want Villa at Villa Park.
Okay.
It pains me, but they're a good side, aren't they, at the moment? It really pains me, but yeah, I couldn't be dealing playing Villa at the moment with the form they're in.
All right, let's take a look at where we are then in the league table. There we are, the top six anyway. 41 points at the moment is where sixth place sits in Watford. And then there we are on 34 points on 14th. Paul, do you understand it when some fans are saying I expected Birmingham to be higher or not? Are they talking rubbish?
I had this conversation with a couple of mates the other night, and it seems to be that when we win, we should be handed everything and win and dominate everything going. And when we lose, you might as well wrap the club up because it's the worst day in the world. And I think where we are now, when we got relegated, if you'd have said to us, we'll come back up and we'll be 14th, not looking like going down, and with a decent running, could have a push for the playoffs. I think most fans that are realistic would have gone, yeah, I'll have that. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, what are you? 10 points from the bottom three. That's no danger of relegation there, Jason. And yeah, only 7 points away from sixth place. It's doable, isn't it, on a good run?
Yeah, 100% it's doable. I think we need to have a pretty good run. I mean, it's like, I don't know, 7 wins in 10 or something like that to really push on. But of course, it's doable. The championship this season is so, I want to say, average in that middle of the park that you couldn't call it. Who's going to get top 6? You might probably say like Middlesbrough or Ipswich, one of them two are going to definitely get it. But the rest of the spaces are up for grabs. You just need to go on a bit of a decent run.
Yeah. But look who's around us in that table there. Southampton and Leicester and teams like that. They would have been saying that they're going straight back up. and they're stuck around mid-table. We've just come up from the league below, and we've played people that have just been relegated.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
I still, hand on heart, and I will say this until I'm blue in the face, that I don't think the owners have helped us this season. Like, I get they've got ambitions to get to the Premier League, but selling your season tickets on the basis of we are going to be competing at the top end of the Championship has, well, when you get fans that aren't happy, what do you expect? Of course they're going to be unhappy. We've been promised the dream, and the dream's currently 14th. But like you said, Paul, if they hadn't done that, I think we would have been sat here, but yeah, okay, this is okay. The away form's crap, but we're all right. We're safe.
Good to have your company back with us. Hope you all had a decent rest. We need to look back on a couple of the results that have taken place since we last met. Two big ones, two noticeable ones anyway, Paul. First of all, the Watford game. Talk us through that, because the fallout after that, Blues Twitter is in meltdown from it.
I've erased it from my memory. It didn't happen. The game just didn't happen. We were just poor. It was just rubbish from the get go. But these things are going to happen, and Watford we'd have come up against Watford, and they would have been thinking exactly what we were thinking. 3 points here, we're going to take this, and it was just another game where two similar teams, and they come out on top. It was just we were poor. It was just a poor performance. Tommy Doyle not being in the squad and things like that. It's big misses and things, Clara, and it just wasn't a good performance.
And then we flip that on its head. Then, Jason, we look at the Coventry game. I mean, you wouldn't know those were the same side, would you? In terms of the play. Do you think he just put a rocket on them after Watford?
I don't know, a rocket. I just think it's the same story. The home away, home we can play away. It's like they're all strangers and they don't know how to play football. It's so strange and frustrating to watch. But I don't. He would have put a rocket up, and no matter what, he would have ripped into them. You're seeing it if people have watched the documentary. He tears into them and gets people out, or the camera crew out when he's ready to tear into them. Like you can just tell Chris Davies has got that about him. But it doesn't matter what he says. Home, excellent. Away, shocking. Doesn't matter what the bloke says. Granted, it's his tactics, but at times it's about the men that show up and play. And the fact that they have a crowd in front of them gets them up for it is really frustrating.
What have we learnt over Christmas from both of you then about this squad, and in particular Davis's position? You've heard rumours, Paul, that they aren't even having that conversation at boardroom level. If I understand, you're correct.
That's what I saw on Twitter was that they haven't even considered sacking him, and I think you only have to look at the good performances to see the kind of coach that you've got there, and then I think it's his inexperience. I think we got to remember this is his first job as a head coach. So he's not going to get everything right all the time. He's learning the league as we play this season. He doesn't know what to expect and how to do it. And that's why I go back to thinking a bit of experience in his backroom staff might make the difference. I don't think the change of him is the way forward, but I definitely think he needs some help with some experience in the back room. And I also think he needs to look at the Coventry game where we had, I think it was less than 30% possession and win the game.
25%.
What about you, Jason? What have you learnt other than your frustration at the inconsistency over this Christmas period?
I think we need more pace, more power. Adam, that hasn't been with us for a while. Adam's been screaming, to be fair, most of the season, and he's right, to be fair. We need more pace and power in that team, especially away from home. I think it absolutely kills us, especially in that middle of the park. I think, say, if you get a big, powerful runner in that midfield and get maybe Peckoff or even Tommy Doyle, one of them two, someone that will beef it up a little bit, they can get us up the pitch. I think it's going to help us massively. And I think people say, like, Marvin Dutch goes missing away games. So I think we need something else up front, a bit more power there, someone that's going to be a bit beefy. And then away from home, I think I love him to bits, but I don't think Patrick Roberts is probably it. I think you need more pace on the wing. I think you said Dimmy Gray and someone else on the right with pace that can get on the counter away from home. That's where we need, and that's mainly what I learned over Christmas, especially with the away performances. Awful.
All right, let's go through some transfer rumours. You'll have seen, hopefully, Jason and Paul run the rule over who's needed. Look back at their video on that if you haven't yet seen it. Some of the rumours, I've seen Shay Adams' name again, Paul.
Yeah, he was good for us when we had him. I'm not sure that he's the answer, but that seems to be the way that anything online. I see the Facebook groups, and they only ever call for players that have either played for us or have some sort of connection to us. Charlie Savage, Robbie Savage's son. A few people are saying that they want him to come, and I just think he doesn't get anywhere near our team, and it's only because his dad played for us that they want him there. So Shay Adams for me it's a step backwards, not a step forwards.
What are the rumours have you heard?
I'd bite your hand off for Shay Adams. I would. I think he's exactly what we need up top. I do. Big, beefy, powerful. Won't take any crap off defenders. I think Shay Adams or someone of that profile would be perfect for us. I think
a player similar to him, but I just don't think he didn't leave us and set the world alight, did he? And I just don't.
No, but he's got to do some poorly in the Championship, hasn't he? He's not done poorly in the Championship when he came back down and stuff like that.
I thought the same about Damari Gray, to be fair, and I was wrong about that. So it's just that it's the looking back on it is the thing that I don't like. It's the bringing a player back who's already done well. Sometimes I feel like that's just you expect a lot more, and if he doesn't fulfil what you expect, we then just all sit here moaning that he's not done his job.
Any other rumours that either of you are hearing that has either angered you or excited you?
Well, we have got 3 apparently done. Literally, I've seen it just prior to coming to the podcast. So you've got one called Abdullah Mane from the Swedish league. He's a winger that's apparently done, which then apparently means Kumas is gone. A lad from Newcastle, a central midfielder. And then there's another chap called John Solis or something like that from...
Yeah, I saw that one, the John Solis one. I haven't got a clue who he is, so I couldn't even tell.
I had a little look at him on YouTube, but obviously YouTube can make anyone look fantastic, can't they? But apparently it's a 6 million fee for him, supposedly.
He's young as 21 or something like that, yeah.
Okay. We've got 20 games left then of this championship season. It rolls on, of course, into the next month with January around the corner. Let's have a quick look. Oh, that's not the right one. Let's have a look at your fixtures then to come in January. Away at Swansea and away at Sheffield Wednesday, and then home game against Stoke, of course, and finish off away at Oxford. So 3 away games. Now he's he's going to tweak something away from home. Did we see it in the Cambridge game? Or do we know what it's going to be? What would you change for these 3 away games?
I mean, Cambridge for me was just a case of we managed to score 3 goals. I mean, the second and third goal, both mistakes. So, I mean, we weren't amazing when we made changes. They probably put pressure on us and we nearly buckled there. So,
the Cambridge game, I said to my brother, I said, it feels like at half time, he went, "You've done really well first half there, lads. Go out there. We don't want to go into the next round. You let them come back into it and win." It was the night and day performance of the first half and the second half. But I also think that we got away with it because Cambridge are one of the worst football teams I think I've ever seen ever. They're so bad.
Swansea then this weekend. Now you won the reverse fixture, of course, of that back in September with Lyndon Dykes 94th minute, some 5th minute, something like that. They've improved though a bit since then, Jason, haven't they? This is going to be probably quite a tough game, you'd imagine, in South Wales.
No, every away game for us is going to be really difficult because we're so poor now. To be fair, even if we were really good, every away game will be difficult, isn't it? You've got the home fans against you straight away, and you hope that our away fans can have a meaningful impact on the players. But it's just whether they turn up, and it's a really tough one for us because I've got no faith in us getting a result. But if they want to try and get playoffs, those 4 games we've just had on the screen, he's got to win every game for me. I know, and I know that's a tough ask, but he's got to. If you want to be getting playoffs. Those 3 teams that we've got away, you've got to be beating them, especially Oxford and Sheffield Wednesday. You maybe get a point at Swansea and then maybe beat Stoke at home. Oh, no, we have to beat Stoke at home, and then it's 10 points then, isn't it? That's a good return. Well, it's a very good return. But yeah, if he wants to get past, we've got to get a result in every one of them, and I don't think we will.
Okay. Finally, then this week we are continuing the second half of our alphabet of our A to Z of Birmingham City folklore. We're up to the letter L. If you haven't seen this before, it's one player, manager, person, or anything connected with Birmingham City, which definitely belongs in an A to Z of this famous old club. Paul, what have you got for L for us?
I had a little look through earlier, and one player that stuck out for all the wrong reasons was Jonathan Lecker. I think he takes I'd put him in there as the worst Birmingham City player I've ever seen. I remember watching a game where he had a couple of touches, and one of them he kicked straight out. I think he had 3 touches, and one of them was he just went straight out of play. He didn't do anything with it for the whole. He was just dreadful. So I'd like to throw him there just as a remembrance of our sad days where players like Jonathan Lecker played for us.
And what about you, Jason?
So whenever we have the letter, I try to just do purely off memory. I'm not someone that can go back for a player like the 40s, 50s, get one of them. But I had 2 that come to mind straight away. I had Stan Lazaridis and then Seb Larson for me.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Stan, but they're the other two that came to me straight away. I remember watching Larson's goal against Sheffield Wednesday, the one season we got promoted, where he run from the halfway line, and I remember seeing it and thinking, if Messi had done that, we'd still be talking about him now. It was a great goal, and then to be made even better was I remember a piece in the Birmingham Mail where he took his top off, and in the background you can see me and my dad in the crowd celebrating as Larson's running past swinging his shirt around.
Brilliant. Let us know in the comments if they've missed any other ones. Before we finish, of course, today, we also want to mention this, that this morning the club announced with much sadness that former player Robert Hopkins has passed away. 207 appearances for the Blues, a cult hero amongst many older fans, and of course we send all our regards and well wishes to everyone who played with him, knew him, and his friends and family before both your time, I'm sure, both of you. But
I bumped into him. You bumped into him a few times at away games and stuff. He was down the Blues all the time. And my dad was a big fan of his. My aunt and uncle both love him. So he's quite well known. Like I've heard all sorts of stories on and off the pitch about him. Like he's a big name down there.
Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, Hoppo. Of course, we'll read out some of your tributes if you manage to be that era of watching him next week on the show. Right, you two, enjoy your trip to South Wales this weekend as the Championship returns properly, and we'll catch both of you here next week. Let's get some consistency going, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be booking a hotel in Wembley in 4 months' time. Who knows? See you then next week.